gonna go around and I'm gonna ask everybody their names. I'm gonna try my best to remember. Okay, so can we start in the back with you? Sammy? Roberto? Obey? A-B? Abe. Okay. Carmen? Nope. You? Princey? Marilyn? Brianna. I'm sorry. I'm old. Go ahead. Me? Ava? Michelle? Brian? Justin? Tamara? Okay. It's nice to meet all of you guys. So, just brief introduction. I have 2 kids, and I was at a point where I was going through a divorce, so I had to find a job. But these days, you know how expensive everything is? Right? So I couldn't just afford any job. So I went back to school, and I got a degree in electrical occupations and mechatronics. So I was working in factories, learning how to fix machines when they broke down. From that, I got a job as a lineman at Baltimore Gas and Electric. So you see those tall poles with the lines, the electrical lines on top? I used to work on those lines. And also they go underneath the ground. And I used to work on that too. So it was really different from me wanting to be a cook. But that's what I initially went to school for. You guys ready for 9th grade? Are you scared? Do you care? You have to go because your parents told you? So I have a son that's 14. He's in 8th grade. His name is Khalil. And he was begging me to just allow him to go to work. But do you think you can find a nice paying job without a college education these days? No. There's a lot of people out there trying to get that job that pays for the house you want, for the car you want, for the lifestyle you want, right? But what do? Like, how can you prepare now? You have any ideas? No? So this is what we're going to discuss today. We're going to go through the magazine. Is going to be our guide. And it's going to kind of help us interact with one another and help us see how important it is to prepare for your future today. Okay.
In Africa, you basically have 3 hunting groups at the top. You have wild dogs, hyenas, and then you have lions. And let's just say the lions, they're hungry. They want to eat. And they say, you know what? I had gazelle yesterday. I don't want gazelle today. I got a taste for, I got a taste for, oh yeah. Yeah. I want some zebra. Yeah, I want some zebra. And let's just say they see a whole bunch of zebra. What's the first thing they do? What's the first thing they do? You can talk to me, folks. What's the first thing they do?
They pick one?
They pick one. Normally it's the weak, the sick, the old, the injured. Oh, yeah. That one is limping. That's the one. Now they stalk it. Now they get close to it. Now they're chasing it. But now they have to do one more thing, and this is critical. If they don't do that, they don't eat it. And what is that? Talk to me. They're chasing it right now.
Big house.
Not yet? Not yet? Well, they're chasing it. They're chasing it, but nope, that's not. Question. Can they eat the whole group?
No.
What?
They single it out.
We are? Okay, what do you mean single it out?
Like, if you're swimming with the entire herd, you just gotta go after them.
Separated from the group. They separated from the group. Get it away from the group. And then what happens? Then what happens? What happens? And just like they work together to reach a common goal, that's what we're doing here with the Maryland Business Roundtable. Well, I want to send it to the database. I want to put it on the internet. I want to make sure it's going to be secure. Should I shut down the back door? Also, should I use MKD4 or MKD5 encryption? Also, should I mask last for octets out IP address? If he could answer those questions intelligently, I would have given him $50. But why would I have given him $50?
Not everyone knows it.
That's not basic knowledge, is it?
No.
Isn't that advanced knowledge? Don't you have to go to school, get some type of training, huh? Huh?
Yes.
I mean, think about it. Do you wake up in the morning? Oh, man.
College.
I'm going to put a database out there and make sure it's secure. Shut down the back door, use MKD4 encryption, mask last for octets, IP address, and change the world. Do you wake up like that? Because if you do, you need psychological counseling, folks. You understand what I'm saying? But no, people pay for knowledge. People pay for knowledge. You get the knowledge, people will pay.
Good morning, everybody. So I am here, as I discussed, with the Maryland Business Roundtable for Education. This is a group of businesses in the state of Maryland, and as all businesses want to do, they want to succeed. And so in order to succeed, they have to have a workforce that they can hire. And in thinking about that, they thought about, well, what do the students that are in school today need to do to be ready for us to hire them in a few more years? And that answer is, generally, go to college and get a degree. We also need tradespeople, we need all kinds of folks, but thinking about how do we make sure that students are ready so that when they graduate from high school or graduate from college, they're people that we can hire who can work for us here in the state of Maryland, and everybody wins. So I work at the Johns Hopkins Applied Physics Laboratory. So a little bit about me to understand where I'm coming from this morning. My name is Jessica Brennenkamp. I am from Columbia, Maryland. I am hardcore from here. 16-year-old me would die to know that I am back in the area, but as an adult, this is a really good place for me. There's a lot of jobs in the area that I was interested in having. So I went to Oakland Mills High School. I went to the University of Delaware for college. I majored in business. I worked for the Navy as my first job after college. I wrote contracts and purchased ships. I then took a year and moved abroad to the French territory of Martinique, where I taught English. When I came back, I started working for the defense contractor Leidos, who has a lot of offices here in Columbia. And in December, I was able to transition to a job at the Applied Physics Lab, where they do a lot of science. They have some things orbiting the sun right now. Really, really cool science and some really cool health technology work. And the reason that I was able to make that job change was that after college, I thought about it and realized I needed another degree. So I went to Loyola and got my Master's of Business, my MBA. At night, while working full-time, because I realized that to get to the next step in my career, I would need even more education than just a college degree. And here in Maryland, those opportunities were available to me. Loyola's a great school, and I got the job that I have today because of the work that I put in. So I'd like to hear a little bit about you guys now. Can I have a show of hands? Anyone who's thinking about attending college after high school? Anybody thinking about military? Anybody thinking about trades, union work, that sort of thing? And could I get an answer to what are some colleges you're thinking about or colleges you've heard of that you're interested in?
Florida State University.
All right.
I was thinking Florida Tech because that's where my dad's from, and I wanted to take on trade business.
Nice. Anybody here? I won't ask who's a Blue Hen fan because we're out of state. Anyone here familiar with Duke? Maryland? UMBC? All right. What about Howard? Morgan State? All right. So we've got some good options here in the state too. Just checking out the list.
I actually work for a really large international accounting and consulting firm called Grant Thornton. And we have about 25,000 people around the world. We're in about 130 countries, and we do accounting and consulting work for mostly large companies, but we also do a lot of work with companies in the health systems and other people in the area. So that's who I work for. That's my full-time job. So I do this on a volunteer basis because number one, I really enjoy it. I love coming to talk to to young people like you. And number two, I think the message that Maryland Scholars has is very valuable. And so today it's really informal. There's going to be no homework, nothing, no stressful assignments or anything like that. The only thing I do want you to do is just listen, pay attention, ask questions at any time if something I bring up or any topic you want to talk about discussion today is to get you thinking about your future. And I know you probably have a lot of people, parents, aunts and uncles, maybe even brothers, sisters, even friends, teachers, trying to get you start to think about what do you want to do with your life, what type of career do you want, and that's part of, that's a lot of what our discussion is going to be, but again, it's no pressure. We're just going to give you some information to get your wheels turning, so to speak, okay? Because next year, everybody here is in 8th grade, correct? So next year, you start high school, pretty big event, and you're there for 4 years. And we want you to start thinking now about some of the things you can do in high school to get yourself ready for later in life, okay? Make sense? So again, let's make this interactive, have a little bit of fun if we can, and see where we go.
Cool. Hey everybody, how you doing? Good. Oh no, we're gonna try that again. Hi everybody, how y'all doing? Good. Thank you. So my name is Jasmine Taylor, and I'm here with the Maryland Scholar Speakers Bureau. And what I want to do is I want to have a conversation with you guys. Now, how does a conversation work? When one person talks, another person talks, and we just all talk together, right? Yes? Okay, so I have a couple of rules. First, you gotta respect me, respect everybody in here, okay? So when we have this conversation, I want to make sure that everybody feels respected and no idea or anything like that is stupid or they feel bad for the idea. I want you guys to seriously have a conversation with me, and I want to talk to you guys. I'm not a teacher, I'm not a presenter, so rule number 2 is please don't raise your hands. Just talk to me, okay? So if you have anything you want to say, just shout it out, and we'll have a good time, all right? Rule number 3, participate, because like I said, I'm going to have a conversation with you. I want you to have a conversation back with me. Cool? Y'all got me? Rule number 4, I say y'all got me a lot. When I say y'all got me, I need y'all to respond with got you. Y'all got me? Got you. All right, that's how you let me know that you're paying attention. So, I know you just met me, but you got to trust me. Close your eyes. All right. Now, I want you to envision life after high school. Where are you living? What type of job are you working? Who are you living with? Are you living with anybody? Do you have like a 1-bedroom apartment by yourself and you only have friends come over? Do you live with your parents? What type of job? What type of money are you making? What type of car are you driving? Think about it. Once you have that picture in your head, the perfect picture, open your eyes. Got it? Everybody got it? Yes? All right, I need a volunteer. Anybody? Maria? No? You don't want to volunteer? No? Okay. I need a volunteer who has nice handwriting. Oh, there we go. What's your name? Taylor. Hi, Taylor. Come on up. I like that name. It's a great name, isn't it? All right. So, Maria, what did you see? Just tell me one thing that you saw.
I saw myself living by myself.
Living by yourself? Okay.
Going to college.
What type of house are we living in? Are we living in an apartment? Oh, you said